Trying to build this house of cards here with these giant playing. Oh, the camera's on. Hi, you've caught me playing cards. I hope the boss isn't watching. What I was trying to do here was to use these giant playing cards and build a house of cards. Trying to put those together. I think you could probably see these playing cards from the moon. At any rate, I wonder how building a house of cards is like reading instruction. That's a big mystery. So what I'm going to ask you to do is this. I'm going to ask you to go somewhere and find some playing cards. Surely you have a deck of some normal size playing cards around somewhere. So I'm going to ask you to pause the video. You know that down at the bottom is that pause switch. I'm going to ask you to pause the video, and I'm going to give you then about 3 or 4 minutes and see if you can build a house of cards. And your mission is to try to build the highest house of cards that you can. Do you know, according to the Guinness Book of World Records, the tallest house of cards ever built was almost 26 feet tall? That's amazing. I bet they had to use more than one pack of cards to build that, I'll bet. So go ahead and pause it. Little known fact is I can see through the screen and I can tell. So I'm just going to sit here and wait while you pause it and go get the cards, and again try to build a house of cards as tall as you can. Go for height is what you're trying to do. So I'll wait. Pause. I'm serious. Go ahead and pause. Click. I am so proud of you. You actually stopped the recording and went ahead and did what I asked you to do and built the house of cards. So was it easy to do, or did they keep flopping over? It seemed like most of the time that I was trying to do it, it wasn't working and they would flop over. So actually what we're doing here really is a metaphor for reading instruction. So we could give our playing cards some names. I think I'm going to call these for John, Paul, George, and Ringo. No, wait, that's a different group of 4. Actually, I'm going to call these cards alphabetics. I'm going to call one. I'm going to call one fluency. I'm going to call another one vocabulary, and I'm going to call another card comprehension. Hopefully we can see that. Can we see that? Okay. So these 4 cards are what my house of cards, or in other words, my reading ability, stand on. And if I have problems in one of these 4 areas, my ability to be able to make sense of what I'm reading is going to be severely impaired. Let's take alphabetics, for example. If I'm trying to decode a word and it's taken me forever, if I had the word alphabetics, then I'm thinking alpha here, B. It's taken me so long to make sense of that particular word. That's really going to impact my comprehension, because we need to be able to really make sense of words and understand them in order to be able to put the words together in sentences and in paragraphs to really gain meaning. Also with my fluency, if I'm hesitating at every other word and having to slow down, that's also going to really impact my ability to make meaning from the text that I'm reading. Vocabulary, oh man, that is huge. If I don't know 10 of the words that I'm reading in a short paragraph, am I really going to be able to make sense of what that paragraph was talking about? And then finally, I just might have some issues specifically in comprehension. I could read great, my fluency may be wonderful, I can rattle off that paragraph like nobody's business, blah, 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 blah. But then when you ask me, Steve, what did you read? I'd say, I have no idea. It sounded good though, didn't it? So really with the playing cards, it's a metaphor for reading instruction. And if our cards don't go together, if we can't stand them all up, or we don't have those 4 skills in alphabetics and fluency and vocabulary and comprehension, our goal of getting that card house or successful reading comprehension is not going to happen. And so think about that house of cards as we go through and tackle this section.